Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Mike the Truth Jackson up against Pete Rodriguez. Mike, really good to see you. You made your amateur debut in 2008. So you've been in the
Oh
fight game
man,
a long time, right? So how does
you
it feel
calling me
going
you
into
calling
this
me
one?
old.
How
You
how
calling
how
me
different?
old.
I'm not calling you old, man. I'm just calling you experienced in this game. Maybe you know this game better than most, right? Because you've seen all different sides of it. So how does it feel going into this one?
Yeah, man. That's actually a great way. That's really the way that I looked at it. I have a lot of experience in the sport, and I'm in. I also have a different access that many people don't have. I'm a fighter, but then also understand the business side of it. I get to see the promotions and managers and coaches, right? I have access that many people don't get to see, and with that, um, I get a lot of knowledge. I get to go out here and train with high level coaches around the country or wherever I'm traveling to, and gain access and knowledge to this, right? So for me, it's kind of like when Thanos was trying to collect the Infinity Stones, right? You just travel around doing this. It's the same way. I get to collect this knowledge, that my Infinity Stones, man. So it's really cool, man, I've enjoyed this great journey I've been on.
Pete Rodriguez was knocking people out before he got to the UFC, and then he found out
Hmm.
about the levels to this.
Yeah,
Do you have a deep understanding of that level when it gets to the UFC, and are you about to show him?
100%. I again, one of the things I've been able to see and particularly train with, right, and see the different levels of skill people possess in different aspects of the fight game, understanding limitations and abilities and things like that. And the UFC's level, right? That's what you're going to see the separation, at once you get to this, right? And you have an individual, and I know people look at me and say, "Oh, he didn't have his experiences and the other." I may not have the MMA experience, but I have the combat sports experience, right? Um, you have these guys who just aren't ready for certain things, and given that styles make fights, like this is, you know, stylistically a fight that's great for the UFC to be made, but then also it makes sense from a paper standpoint and what the athletic commissions will allow, right? So when you have that, you're going to be able to see the separation in certain skill levels, and in this fight, you're going to see the separation in striking. I feel that Pete is probably doing his. He's learned his MMA on the go, right? So he gets introduced to the sport not too long ago, and he's learned it at a really accelerated pace. But you have to have the ability, right? You have to be like the BJ Penns out here. You have to be able to understand and process the information that you're learning just as quickly, right? And if you're not able to do that, you're gonna miss some things. And that's why I feel a lot of these guys who are rushing to get to the top of the sport, they're missing they're missing certain aspects of the fight game that you're gonna need to separate yourself at the highest level. And with Pete Rodriguez, I see that, right? He gets introduced to the higher level, and we see what happens. And even at that, I don't feel from a striking standpoint that's even at my level, right? Given something I really dedicate time to, and I focus on from a not just a physical aspect, but also the mental aspect of fighting, and things that a lot of people are lacking in the fight game overall. I've been focusing on and developing, and I got some really dope shit, that I'm gonna show on October 15th, and we're gonna see the separation in skill levels, especially on the striking.
Do you think that's what the fans are in for? A beautiful striking battle, and is he on the path to another knockout?
Dude, you're about to see, like, I feel like I'm an artist, for the martial artist part of this, man. Whatever I'm doing, whether it's photography, whether it's the fighting, I'm gifted. My hands can do some really cool shit, and this is gonna be my canvas. It just happens that punching people in the face is some artsy shit I can do, and the fans, they talk to shit, whatever, but those are just like UFC fans. Like if you're a fight fan, like it don't matter like what I did with CM Punk or all these other things. Like, you should be excited about this fight and this matchup, because you're gonna see some really cool shit.
Are you excited to be able to hit the ground running a little bit? Because you're coming off of a win, but not in a way that you ever would have expected, right? And then you had to endure a massive spell on the sidelines. You know, this game always has other plans for people, right?
Nah, it's been, but that's cool. That's everybody else. Like, they doing their own thing, right? Like, for me, like, if I didn't fight this year, if I didn't fight next year, whatever, like, that'd have been cool. Like that. Look, like you said, I started fighting 2008. Like, I've been training literally since then with like minimal time down. Not barring like some injuries, something like that, or whatever. Like, I've been consistently training for nearly 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for like this level, man, and it's gonna be fun. Like I said, to give the fans like the shit that they want to see. Like, they want to see like the violent, right? They want to see all the violence and the crazy knockouts and all that shit. But I want to give them the oohs and ahs too, right? So I'm excited. That's really what I'm excited. You asked me, I'm excited about giving the fans the oohs and ahs that they don't even know. Like, they gonna see some shit like what? Like, they don't even think they're ready for, and it's gonna be cool.
In the wake of the Punk fight, Dana was kind of mean about your performance and said we wouldn't see you
Yeah,
again. And then we did see you again. So how did you come back from that? And how do you look back on that now?
my always works sometimes. It's really, what happens, man. I'm in a different space, and people like to look at that. They're comparing me to basically like with other fighters and things like, and you can't do that. Like, I'm in my whole little category, so it just happens, man. Like, it just happens.
And how ridiculous was it to see that turn into a no contest? I saw an interview where you said you just have to laugh at it now. Is that how you feel about it? Like,
Of course, you have to, because it makes no sense, right? But we understand like the whole process. The fact that this is, well, the crazy, all this happened right after the fight, so it wasn't like this happened a while later. It was just like no one talked about it, because again, it wasn't important or anything like that. Um, it wasn't important, So someone ended up doing like a report later, and it came out, and that's really like it was reported years later, and people gonna talk about it, but like, it is what it is.
what's your biggest ambition in this sport over the next couple of years?
Dude, I mean, I'm just doing this for shits and giggles, so I'm just gonna keep having fun. There's I'm just here, man, just enjoying. Like, it's something I really enjoy doing. um my life revolves around fighting. It's I've developed like great relationships, right? And if I can do this at the UFC's level, right, and I can get the eyes on my brand, the goes brand or anything that I'm doing, like, why wouldn't I want to do that? There's so many people who would kill. Like, there are people, right, who really want to be in this position that I'm in. Like, they're sacrificing like just their well being. Like, people really want to be in the UFC, right? They want to be the champion. People. There are really a lot of people who hate the position that I'm in, and whatever. Like, they ain't got shit with me. You know what I'm saying? So, to your question, man, I'm just gonna keep doing me, because again, I'm just I'm enjoying myself.
One thing I'm always interested to ask fighters is who do you see as the gold standard in terms of the way they carry themselves and the way that they fight? Who do you like to see in this
Ooh,
game or in the UFC?
man, I think I like Kamaru, how he carries himself. You don't have to be a particular type of way, right? I enjoy the Diaz brothers and how they carry themselves as well. Outside of like the legal shit, John Jones, right? But then also DC. The people that you don't like are, like the Kobe Covington type of, those types of people. That's not what you're trying to see. But outside of that, as long as you're not, again, like John Jones, he crossed the line as far as like the illegal shit that he was doing. But outside of that, it's like, yo, just don't be an people don't understand. Like fighters are real cool people. That's the other thing. Uh, is that you're gonna have your outliers, but that's with anything. But generally, fighters are just dope people to begin with, given like what we do. Um, so yeah, it's just like don't be an and you cool. Because again, people is so many different in fighting. You're getting people from all aspects of life. You know what I'm saying? You can be in a gym where you can have like your blue collar type people, your people who work in service industries or people who farmers, and then they can be trained with professionals, or doctors, or lawyers, or some engineers, or some. My coach was a chemist. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you're gonna get different types of people, and really, what it comes down to is just like don't be an.
So you've done, I think, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA. Are we ever going to see those moments in pro wrestling where they say, "Oh my God, it's Mike Jackson," and they're going to call you out to fight
Ah!
CM Punk in wrestling?
That's been talked about actually. I had a conversation with Teddy Long a couple years back, and he ran it. And then I went and played golf with Booker T for a little segment on the show he did, and we chopped it up. And that was one of the things, like, yo, like, what did you think about it? And I was like, I don't know. It'd be fun. I think it'd be really fun. I've done some spotlight on some local, regional kind of like wrestling shows out here, or at home, and they were fun. They were nice little. I ain't like doing any like nothing physical, but I go in there doing them, did a little mic skills, little mic work, which was fun. I would I would do it again, man. Definitely the mic work because that's my. Physical, who that man? It's a lot of work that goes into wrestling. It's a lot of bumps and bruises, and I'm getting up there in age, which I never thought I'd say that in the interview. I'm getting up there in age, but I am. Who wants to take that crazy? Look at even in fighting, like my whole style is to try not to get hit, right? And then y'all want me to go do some wrestling where I'm like taking some crazy bumps. I don't know. Maybe, maybe.
Anything's possible. If it's cool with you, we'll
Yeah,
finish up with a little quick fire about some of your UFC colleagues. So, who is
yeah,
the
yeah.
hardest? Who's the hardest hitter?
The hardest hitter. Ooh, man. How can you not go with Derek Lewis? But I'm hearing, um, dude, I can't remember who's it. I'm gonna go with Derek Lewis. I
Who's
know
the
some guys have been doing some interviews, but we're gonna go with Derek Lewis. Yeah.
Who's the funniest?
Ooh, the funniest. Oh man, that is a good question. That is a good question. Man, currently I don't know. Overall, can I go overall like UFC forever with this one?
Sure.
Overall funniest you would be Pat Barry. That's my but funniest of all time. All right, it's hard to like. There's some new cats I've had conversations with that are funny, but Pat Barry's on another level.
Old school choice. Most
Yeah.
annoying.
Oh, Kobe Covington, of course.
Who's the hottest?
The hottest. Ooh, ooh. She's not there. I was gonna say Rachel Austin is, but she's not there anymore. Um, Man, I don't know. There's some tough ones out there. There's some tough ones. I mean, Pena, I with her.
Who would make the best movie star?
Ooh, what kind of movie?
Subjective.
Ah, um, action. I mean, imagine Francis as the Terminator. That'd be
That'd
fun.
be that'd be
That'd be fun.
badass.
That'd be fun.
I like it.
That'd be fun. Yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good call.
yeah,
Who
yeah.
would you most like to have dinner with?
Ooh, most like to have dinner with. Um, Man, you got some. These are some really good questions. Oh man, I don't even know, dude. That is a really good question. Kamara, I'll just go with Kamara.
Yeah, we've had some good previous answers
No,
have been
no, no,
Dane.
no, no, no. You know what? You know what? You know what? No, no. I'm gonna take that back. I want to go to dinner with Jamal Hill. That's what I want to go to dinner with.
Why
That
Jamal?
motherfucker's he's funny too. That motherfucker's funny. I love his sense of humor, like his style, man. It's like he got like a real dry humor style too. So probably funniest right now, probably be him too. His take on what is what did he say? Some yogurt with crunches. I forgot. He said a parfait was just like yogurt with some crunch. I don't know. That motherfucker funny though. So yeah, Jamal Hill.
Who's the craziest?
Craziest. We are crazy. Nah, we get to a cage. I don't know. We're equally crazy, I would think.
Best dresser.
Best dresser. Yeah. Kamar, I like Kamar, his style. I dig the style. I dig Kamar's style. I'm gonna have to go with him.
Most fun to watch.
Adrian.
And who would be your dream fight?
That one don't apply to me. I don't really have one. That one I don't have a dream fight. I just because I'm here for the fun. So it would have to be a strike. It would have to be a striker though. It would definitely have to be some type of high level striker that I would get in there with. But I don't really have one.
Who would you want by your side in a street fight?
Oh, Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis by far.
Start swinging. And who would you want in your corner in terms of fighters?
To like give instruction.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. I don't know. That was a tough one because I was just having the conversation. It's like not all fighters are good coaches, and not all good coaches are good fighters. That's a tough one. Kamaru. I would just go with Kamaru again. That's my pick. My safe choice.
And who would make the best media member?
Me.
That's pretty fair. Mate, Mike, it's been super fun. I appreciate your time. We went a little over, so thanks for
All good, man. Appreciate you having me.